Thank you so much, Melissa.
Stuart Acuff knocked on doors for Senator Joe Manchin back in 2018.
We tried to help him in every way that we can.
But now, the retired labor organizer says,
I'll never vote for Joe Manchin again. I can't.
Acuff lives in Shepherdstown, a progressive pocket in a state that's now solidly Republican. He's part of a growing number of West Virginia Democrats that are angry with Manchin.
Joe Manchin does more harm to the Democratic Party than a Republican would in his seat.
Manchin is the only Democrat representing West Virginia in Washington, and he's up for re-election next year. While it may be months before Manchin announces he's running, one expert says,
I think he has an uphill climb.
And I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't.
Frustration with Manchin hitting a high point towards the end of 2021, with the senator killing Biden's Build Back Better agenda.
There's no state that would have more to gain in terms of building the internal economy than West Virginia.
Manchin is a household name in the state growing up here in Farmington. Just down the road in Fairmont is the United Mine Workers of America District 31 headquarters. The UMWA endorsed Manchin in 2018 and made him an honorary member in 2020. But after Build Back Better crashed, even the union criticizing Manchin for blocking the bill that it says would have protected its members.
Everybody has a wish list. We don't always get exactly what we ask for.
But District 31 Vice President Rick Altman says the union and the senator are back on good terms after Manchin supported the Inflation Reduction Act last summer, extending critical benefits for minors with black lung disease.
Politicians wanted to do away with that. Joe Manchin, through his political power, was able to save that.
And unlike Acuff, Altman still plans on backing Manchin if he runs for re-election.
The mine workers could not ask for a better advocate than Joe Manchin.
I'm outside of Manchin's family business, EnerSystems, which sells coal scraps to a nearby power plant in Grandtown. Now, Manchin makes roughly $500,000 a year off of his business holdings. That's more than double his annual salary in the Senate.
Joe Manchin is corrupt. He has used his political acumen for himself and for the wealth of his family rather than for his constituents.
Manchin chairs the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee. He's insisted his family coal business didn't impact his decision to block Biden's climate agenda. While some of Manchin's top donors come from the fossil fuel industry, Altman still sees the senator as
Joe Manchin, not senator, not governor, but he's Joe Manchin. He's ours.
Others don't buy it.
I don't care about somebody in the coal industry calling you family. I'm concerned about our people dying.
Anitra Hamilton is the president of the Morgantown branch of the NAACP. She says Manchin has failed when it comes to advocating for social justice.
There has been 14 deaths in the South Regional Jail. In 1 year, one inmate was killed within 24 hours. There has been no reply, no statement from Joe Manchin.
We reached out to Manchin's office for an interview, but they declined.
I'll be involved any way I can to help. I identify as an American.
With Manchin mum on re-election and even his own party affiliation, Acuff says a fresh face is needed.
We need a person who is absolutely on the side of freedom, absolutely on the side of democracy.
But as for who could primary the two-term senator,
you really have to scratch your head. Who are the Democrats who are going to run in statewide campaigns?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
West Virginia Republicans are also facing uncertainty. Representative Alex Mooney has announced he's running. Jim Justice is pondering it, as a recent Republican poll showing the West Virginia governor leading Manchin.
If the race is going to be Joe Manchin versus Jim Justice, it's going to be a very interesting race because they both are these prototypical West Virginian characters. I wouldn't bet against Manchin.
But will Manchin's in-party critics bet on him? Hamilton doesn't know yet.
To not vote for him is to vote for the other side. So, hey, what do we do? Pray.
In Morgantown, West Virginia, Logan Schijano, Medill News Service.